See, pause on this when it's actually legit. It pauses, and so I shouldn't have paused it. I should have stopped it. But there's the recording. I stopped it now. It's done. And then I can tap to resume recording. And right now I'm tapping. 3, 2, 1. And this is a continuation of group number 1 of showing you that this evidence has had the proper chain of custody, is authentic, is relevant, and I'm establishing this as legit evidence to the court in the sense of that it is very, very relevant to the timeline in the entire case. And each group is relevant to the group before it, as each group solidifies the group before it. Now I'm going to continue on collecting this evidence, which we left off October 13th, 2015. So to continue on this journey, which this is my private journal. All of these calendars is my journal. It's mine. Nobody has ever seen this. And it has definitely been a journey. So, on February 28th, 2016, we celebrated our 3-year anniversary. And on March 13th, 2016, we celebrated Freedom K's 2nd birthday. And on April 9th, 2016, we celebrated Honor's first 1-year-old birthday. And on August 5th of 2016, we moved in to our current address, 1212, which is why I always say that home is 1212 and 1212 relates to home, because it's home. For the time in between, from the day that we met until this day, we lived at my mother's, and Freedom was added to us, and Honor was added to us, and then we all moved here, home, 1212. August 5th, 2016. Her birthday was 11 days later, August 16th, 2016. Heather Ann Seabolt's birthday. So we continue on into 2017. We have our 4-year anniversary. And on the 13th of March 2017, we have Freedom's 3rd birthday, which was obviously the first birthday in this house for Freedom. And on April 9th, 2017, was my son's 2nd birthday, Honor Abel Brooker, and we celebrated his 1st birthday in our home in 2017. And then my birthday is June 7th. I was born 6/7/80. Stephen Michael Brooker is my full government name and my government birth date. And then we come to August 2017. On August 11th, Heather told me that she never wanted any kids. She said, and I quote, "I never wanted any effing kids. I never effing wanted any effing kids," are the quotes of her words that she spoke. On August 12th, 2017, Heather and I talked. She said that she just can't do it. be a mom, that is. And that when Mama comes for her birthday, she's leaving with her. So on this day, August 12th, 2016, the day after she told me that she never wanted to have any kids, the next day, this day, August 12th, 2017, she told me that she was leaving in 4 days on her birthday on the 16th. So those birthdays that I talked about, my daughter had 3 and my son had 2. Each of them only had one birthday in our home, 12/12, before their mother abandoned them, and she's never spent another birthday with them again. Even though at times in the past I had invited her for years, a couple of years, which is not an option anymore. The kids are well way past that. That's no longer an option now. And on August 16th is her birthday itself. And because Heather was telling Mama, Aunt Peggy Hurl, which is the one that always gives her these $2,000 to file this motion with Nikki Reed, which is the third time she's given her $2,000 to do this. This woman is a millionaire. She has stocks and bonds from the 60s and 70s. And she just gives money away to please people. She buys $6,000 car, $16,000 house, $32,000 house, a $12,000 house. You get the idea. She's bought them all houses and cars, multiple cars at times, over and over again. She's the enabler of this group of narcissists in West Virginia that are highly ancestral and practice things like voodoo, mountain witchcraft, and things like that. Things that I'm totally against. So Heather tried to convince Mama to come and pick her up, and Mama wouldn't listen. I tried to convince Mama for Heather as Heather asked me to pick her up, and Mama wouldn't listen. And I eventually had to get my mother to call Peggy Hurl to get Aunt Peggy to listen to what Heather wanted, which was to be picked up. Just she wanted to leave. So my mom actually is the one that convinced Peggy to come and pick Heather up. Because Peggy wouldn't listen to me when I was doing it for Heather, and Peggy wouldn't listen to Heather when she was doing it for herself because she wanted to leave. And on August 12th, my mom was here. I'm saying she was here that day. She came, finally. My mom convinced her to come. 4 days later. Today, Heather told me that she never wanted kids and that she packed up her stuff to leave with Mama tomorrow, which is what she did. Mama went and stayed at a hotel. She packed up her stuff. She reiterated that she really never wanted any kids. I reiterated that, wow, that explains postpartum depression. You didn't really have postpartum depression per se. You just lived with the fact that you never wanted kids and you just carried 2 and bore 2. And that's a heavy burden. But the truth is the truth, that you did a good job. You know, as a donor or a ship you carried as a mothership and donated 2 pieces and part of yourself as eggs to my children that you've always promised me that you would give me even before any of this, which you did. And that's what made me love you. So, the 21st came. Mama was here. They were leaving. Today, Heather loaded up all of her stuff into Momo's car. To go and left, and she made it from the parking area, which is at the back of the house, to the entrance of the driveway, which is at the front of the house, and stopped. Jumped out of the car and begged to stay. She stopped him from leaving, jumped out of the car, and begged me to stay. And of course, I said yes. And 1 week later, on the 28th of August, was our 4.5-year anniversary, which we've never celebrated a 4.5-year anniversary, but ultimately we never had a 5-year anniversary. Our 5th year anniversary never came because she ended up leaving like she was going to. Like she tried to on the 11th, wanted to on the 16th, and had the chance to and changed her mind on the 21st of August 2017. I better check the time here. Almost at 10 minutes, okay? It's fine, it's going to be a lot of videos and we're getting into the thick of it, and so continuing on. Finally, on October 31st, 2017, at 5:30 in the morning, Heather left the kids and I at 5:30 a.m. today on Halloween, just after the witching hour. She said to me, and I quote, "I never claimed your Holy Spirit. I effing hate your effing guts, and I just want my effing life back. Trick or treat, mother effer," and slammed the door. And slammed the door, and I do not have video evidence of this, because at the time I was on my knees begging her to stay, not to leave the kids. And as I let her leave in secret from honor and freedom, she abandoned them. And later I weighed the kids that day, as it was just us three. I weighed the kids is after I changed the diaper on freedom and she was big. She weighed 52 pounds. I weighed the children. She weighed 52 pounds. Honor weighed 26 pounds. She was literally double his weight. His was 26. Hers was 52. She was twice his weight and less than 13 months older than him. He was malnutritioned at 26 pounds, and she was definitely obese at 52 pounds. See, this was October 31st, 2017. So 2018, 2019, 2020. And 3 years later, she weighs 54 pounds today. In over 3 years' time, and about roughly 3.5 years' time later, of weighing 52 pounds on October 31st, 2017, today is February 9th, 2021. She weighs 54 pounds, 2 pounds heavier than this weight I had to change her diaper at 52 pounds. That was the first time that Heather left us. On November 7th of 2017, 2 officers showed up at my door stating they were doing a well-being check on Heather Seabolt. Heather Seabolt, and when I said she's not here, they asked about honor and freedom and said CPS sent them here to check on the kids. It was 4:30 p.m. on November 7th, 2017. They openly and publicly inspected honor and freedom and left satisfied. They are safe and healthy. Here also, no, I did not record this event, as myself, it was totally unexpected, and I just answered the door without recording first, because as this was the first time they came here, I was not expecting any well-being checks on Heather Seabolt. Or any checks from CPS on my children, for that matter. I was not aware that I had to answer my door with a recording device to produce evidence for a court date, to prove that I'm being honest and that she purged her affidavits. Monday, November 13th, 2017. Today I had a missed call at 2:50 p.m. and she left a voicemail, and it was Mindy Smith from Stark County Child Services, CPS. On November 16th, 2017, I started potty trading freedom with a potty. And this was also the day that my sister had given her life to Jesus Christ and surrendered her life to Jesus Christ. On November 17th, 2017, today, 2 Canton City police officers and 2 CPS workers showed up at my back door doing the second well-being check on my children in 11 days. And again, the officers were satisfied with the safety and protection of my children, and I had the main CPS worker look at both of my children. I had her look both of my children over and asked her, is she satisfied with the safety and well-being of my children being protected? And she said, yes. And they all 4 left. Note, she said she was concerned that my children had not been to the doctor in a year. But my question is, why would you take healthy children around sick kids? Furthermore, she implied that my kids were sick and I had not taken them for medical treatment. And honestly, my kids had actually literally just caught a bit of a sneeze and cough 2 days prior for the first time in 15 months. And since I had not spoken to anyone except for Heather, my question is, how did they even know that my kids had just got sick in the past 2 days? Unless Heather said something to them. So, it's time to stop this video again. I'm just going to hit stop this time instead of pause. That's stopped now. I'm going to stop this video and restart it again. It's 7:17.